sure we are going. Okay, great. What's up, everybody? My name is Leah. I am a Navy wife. I used to be a nurse. I'm now a full-time stay-at-home mom. I have an 18-month-old with baby girl due in August. I am hanging out with YouTube over here and TikTok over here. So if you see me going back and forth, that is why I'm hanging out with both of y'all. Let me see if I can get my phone closer to you guys so that way I don't look like I'm going quite so back and forth between TikTok and YouTube. That way you guys can both see me. As you guys are coming in, I would love for you guys to let me know where you guys are from. I am currently in South Korea. I am hanging out in, it's called Pyeongtaek, South Korea. My husband and I just moved here a little over a month ago. So as you guys are coming in, let me know where you're from. It is 12:25 p.m. here in the afternoon. We came from Central Standard Time in the States. We were from Texas. So I know that a lot of my friends in the States that it is late in your time. Can you guys hear me as you guys are coming in? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys drop a 1 in the comments if you can hear me as you guys are popping in? Just so that way, my phone just told me that on my microphone's being used on another app. What is the weather like for you? Can hear me, Philip? Cool, thank you. What's the weather like for you guys? Here it is hot and humid. We had 2 weather warnings, and I have an 18-month-old who loves to play outside. And y'all, let me tell you, it is hot, but it's nothing like Texas heat. So I am so thankful to be here for the summer. I love this part of my job. I love this part of what I get to do. Y'all, this is literally the coolest thing. I am in South Korea right now, okay? And I get to hang out with people from all over the world on a free platform because I have an online digital business, you guys. How freaking awesome is that? That we get to hang out for free from all over the world. I love this part. I love getting to know other people. I love getting to talk to y'all, to interact with y'all. This is really like what gets me excited. I am an extrovert to a T. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys, today. Today, what I'm going to talk to you guys about, okay? I have my paper. We are military. Thank you for the follow. We are military, so we don't have any furniture yet. So my whiteboard that I usually use is in our household goods, so it's not here. We literally have military rental furniture right now, you guys. So we have like a table, a couch, and a bed. The only like actual furniture that's ours that's in South Korea right now is my son's crib because we were able to ship that ahead of time. So what I'm going to do today, you guys, is I'm going to tell you step by step what you need to do to start an online business just like I did from home without a following, okay? Because for me, when I first got started, I was so nervous about like, I don't have a following. What if like, do I have to start over? Like none of I don't want to pitch to my friends and my family. Like I did MLM for like 2.5 years, y'all, and I hated it. And so I'm going to tell you exactly what I did that you guys can do as well to start an online business from scratch without a following. So can you just imagine with me for a second what it would be like to have a totally automated online business to where you are able to leave your job and get to be a full-time stay-at-home parent or get to be home full-time, travel the world, do whatever you want because you are able to take your job and your business with you. You're not having to request time off. Thank you for the share, Janet. You're not having to request time off. You're not having to wait to have that PTO. You are able to just go and do because you are now online for everything that you do, you guys. So that I can't imagine when I had my son, he is 19 months old, you guys. If I had known how to do this before he was born, when I was pregnant with him, right? Especially because any moms in the chat, if you are a parent in the chat, drop it in the comments, let me know. Because once you have kids, your time becomes way more constricted, right? I can't imagine where I would be right now if I had known about this before my son was born to be able to get everything up and running. But you know what, you guys, with these steps that I'm going to give you today, literally give me 10 minutes and I am going to give you guys so much value that you can literally go and do this yourself. Because I started this after my son was already a year old, and I have been able to create an online business from scratch following this process. What would you guys do if you had an online business and you were able to just go and do and travel whenever you want? I want to know where you guys would go. I want to know what the first thing you would do after you left your job is. Drop it in the comments. What trip would you take? What would be your celebration of I am in control and I am my own boss because you just got to fire the other guy? I would love for you guys to let me know, because for me, I mean, the first thing I did was I moved to South Korea with my husband. Once I got everything up and running, I left my job and we moved to South Korea. And now I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom with baby girl due in August. And because I'm pregnant, Dr. Pepper is my jam. If I have any Dr. Pepper gals or gentlemen in here, y'all let me know. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question, okay? Here's what I want to know, because I want to make this practical and I want to make this like possible, help you guys be able to really visualize this, okay? What is the number that you would have to be earning a month to leave your full-time job? Everybody has a number. If you were to be full-time from home with an online business, I want to know what your number is for you to be able to leave your job because you have replaced your income. Drop it in the comments for me below, because I'm going to fill it out here and we are going to show you exactly what you would need to do to be able to make that a reality. Okay. So let me know. Thank you guys so much who are still coming in. As you guys are coming in, let me know where you guys are from. My name is Leah. I'm in South Korea right now. I'm a Navy wife and a toddler mom, and we're having another baby in August. So for me, my number to leave my full-time job is $3,600. Okay. So I'm going to write that right down here just to show you guys how practical that is. Okay. As a nurse, I brought home $3,600 roughly before taxes a month. Okay. So that's like pre-taxes. Y'all don't even want to know what it was post-taxes. So that's roughly how much I brought home a month, right? Okay. So if I were to make $900 with my online business every time I made a sale, that means that I would only have to have 4 sales a month, you guys. Okay. So that means out of 30 days with my online business, I only need to bring in revenue 4 times a month in order to replace my nursing income. Okay. How freaking bananas is that? Absolutely bananas. So in order to get my online business up and running, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. The first thing that I did to get my online business up and running, you guys, is I put in place automations. Okay. What are automations? Does anybody know? If you have a business, when you are putting in automations, what are you doing? That is basically using a software or something online that is going to allow your business to continue working for you while you're living your life. So, for example, you guys, imagine having automations in place. So you're with your family, you want to go on a date with your husband or your wife or your partner, and you can do that because you're not having to work like a brick and mortar business where you have to be there from open to close. You have automations in place so that way when you step away from your business, it's going to continue working for you. So, for example, the automations that I put in place for my business was I set up a website, and my website is out there working for me 24/7. And because my website is out there working for me 24/7, I'm able to be a mom. We went yesterday to my first OB appointment here in South Korea where I'm going to deliver. And then we went to explore the capital of South Korea. It's called Seoul. We went and got lunch. I had a day with my family. And guess what? Because my business was on automations, it was still working for me. Okay. So that is the very first thing that I put in place with my business to create it from scratch, okay? Because that's like the background stuff. So once you launch your actual business, y'all, that's what gives you the freedom. That's what's giving you your time back, okay? The next thing that you would want to do with this, okay, to have a successful online business, you guys, you don't need a following. We're doing it from scratch, okay, is you need to learn exactly what to do, okay? So what are we going to do with this business in order to generate income, right? Because that's the hardest part. Like when it comes, can you imagine having to figure out from scratch what you're going to do? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what you would need to do without you having to figure it out yourself. Unlike, for example, a lot of those brick and mortar businesses where they are doing so much, and a lot of them don't struggle with finances, but the reason why they do struggle is with their time, because they're putting so much time into their business that they don't have the freedom, right? They have the financial freedom, but they don't have that time freedom. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to know exactly what to do for your workday, okay? And so I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. There are 3 things to do for a 2-hour productive workday, okay? So, hi, Lisa. Oh my gosh, why are you still awake? You have work very early in the morning, my friend. So, Ryan, thank you for the follow. Okay, so after we have our automations in place, right? So we've gotten the website set up. You have something to where it is going to work for you on the background. You do never sleep, my friend. And I don't know how you survive on the lack of sleep, because I know I'm about to have a newborn in August, you guys, but I am like an 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night type person. So even if I don't get that at night, your girl's taking like a 3-hour nap during the day, let me tell you. So I love you, Lisa, and I aspire to be like you, but sis, mama needs some sleep. So you're going to have a strategic 2-hour workday. Okay. So what is that? That is like the craziest thing. Can you imagine? Take a second. How many hours do you work a day at your job right now? Let me know in the comments. How many hours a day do you work? As a nurse, it was from the time I left the house to the time I got home from my house or came home from work, 14 hours was how much I would work. 12 to 14. Okay, so you're about the same boat as me, Ryan. And is this Ryan or Arian? Which one am I hanging out with? Because it's Ryan and Arian. Unless you guys are together, which is fabulous. 12 to 14 is what we did too. Like I would leave at 6 a.m., home at 8 p.m. Is that kind of like what your day? Okay, Arian. Is that kind of like what your day looks like too? You would leave around then. Are you in the healthcare field, my friend? I would love to know. My friend Lisa, who just hopped in here, she is also a nurse. You're a nurse too. What field are you in? I used to do labor and delivery. I did that for 5 years before we moved overseas, and I started my online business because I didn't want to figure out how to work in another country, and I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I'd love to know what type of nursing you do. Nursing is a great job, as you know. Like there's so many rewards, but those hours, dude, are so rough. Like 12 to 14 hours a day. And I loved my job, right? But that is a long time. Like I left the house before my son woke up, and I was home after he went to sleep. Do you have kids, Arian? Do you relate to that? And it was, I know everyone's like, yeah, but you only work 3 days a week, but people don't understand. Like that's a lot, right? So realistically, if we're at work, depending on the type of day, there are days where you're running nonstop, right? And then there are days when when I'm not going to say the S word or the Q word, but there are days when it's a pace that you aren't doing as much. So with a 2-hour strategic workday, this is what I was taught when I started my own online business, okay? This is all about things that are actually going to grow your business and produce income. You do not need a lot of time to do this. Think about how much time we spend just sitting around sometimes. Think about how much time we spend not being productive, right? So what do you do during a 2-hour productive workday? Okay, So the first thing that I was taught to do, okay, was I was taught how to do free ads, you guys. NICU, PICU, Lifeline, night shifts. Thank you for your service being a night shift nurse, my friend. You are a special type of person and you are a special breed. I did 2 months of nights and I told my husband, if I have to do night shift again, I am never going to work again. I said over my dead body because that was so hard. So thank you for being the person who makes somebody like me not have to do night shift. And NICU, PICU, Life Flight, you are a freaking rock star, my friend. You have a high stress job in all of those areas. So NICU, we probably would have worked close together if we were at the same hospital. I love my NICU nurses. You guys are absolutely amazing with the level of knowledge you have and the things you do for those little babies. So that is amazing. I bet you have seen some incredible things. And I am so impressed that you've been doing that for 20 years. That's amazing. Thank you for serving so many families the way that you have over the last 20 years, my friend. Wow. To get started, right, instead of like our 12, 14-hour day as a nurse, to just get started with, let's say, our strategic 2-hour workday that I do now online, there are websites that you can do free ads on, you guys. So I don't know how many of you have seen the sponsored ads. There are people who will actually pay for ads, right, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You're scrolling, you see it sponsored. You got to love it. I know you have to love being in the medical field to stay in the medical field because they work us. They worked us. Let me tell you, sister, especially on night shift. That's when all the crazies come out. That's when all the crazies come out. I feel like everyone loses like their mind at night. So copy and pasting free ads, you guys. So there are 3 websites that I saved on my computer when I got my online business started. Y'all, I literally took a Google Doc. I used ChatGPT. I did not write it myself. Had them create an ad for me. And then I used Canva for free, created a cute little picture, and copy and pasted 30 minutes a day. Usually it was in the evening while my husband and I were watching Below Deck. Any Below Deck fans in here? You got to love that trashy reality TV of the yachties. And so Trav and I would be sitting on the couch, Declan's down. I would copy and paste my free ads, right? So that's free exposure to build my business, to get people to my automated website, right? To start to collect emails to get them exposed to me. That costed me nothing, right? The next thing that I did every single day is I would spend, and I still do with this, an hour on content, okay? So, did I spell that right, you guys? There we go. An hour on content, okay? So I would create content, whether it is a video of me talking to somebody, whether it is a video of just me playing with my son and then I put words over it, or going live and hanging out with people. It took an hour a day to create some content in order to promote myself on free platforms like this: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the social medias. Y'all, we don't have to pay a dime to use them to get to meet each other. Arian, where are you from, by the way? To meet each other from all over the world at different times. We get to do this from anywhere, you guys. And so I would spend an hour a day to create content for these platforms that I'm not having to pay to use. Oregon. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So let me guess, are you an Oregon fan for college football? I'm a Florida State girl. My husband and I both graduated from Florida State. So I am a ride or die Seminole, and hoping that this football season we don't get cut out of the playoffs. It was a rough one for us, though. Let me tell you, I can't wait for football season to come back, though, because we're actually good now. There are some dark years being a Seminole fan, let me tell you. But we ride or die and stay true to my Seminoles. So I spend an hour a day creating content and then posting it. Oregon State Beavs. Okay, you know what? We can be friends. We can be friends since you're not a true Oregon fan. True Oregon. Oregon State is still Oregon. We can be friends since we're not necessarily competing with each other. I was a little nervous that our friendship was going to have to end here abruptly because of our different preferences in football. So I would spend an hour creating content, you guys. It took me longer at first because I didn't know how, y'all. I hated social media before I started my online business. I thought it was all about like this competition of who has the best life and showing off your life and like making your life look picture perfect. And let me tell you, people don't want, drop it in the comments. Would you rather follow somebody who looks like their life is perfect or follow somebody who looks like their life is real, who's actually being real with you? I would rather follow somebody and learn from somebody who's actually being real with me, right? And nothing is perfect. We all know that. So when you're coming across as if everything's perfect, then people can't relate to you because we know it's not, right? That's why I'm hanging out with you guys. My hair is up. I have no makeup on. It is nap time, drinking my Dr. Pepper because I need some caffeine. Because in reality, mom life is hard. It's the most rewarding life, but it's hard. And then the third thing I would do during my work day, you guys, this is my second favorite part. My favorite part is being here, hanging out with people from all over the world. Okay. My second favorite part of my 2-hour work day, you guys, is mentoring. So I have mentors who make 6 to 7 figures online. And so I would spend my last half hour, I did 30 minutes of free ads. I did 1 hour of creating content. And then my last 30 minutes, sometimes I would spend an hour if Declan would take a nap longer for me. He's like a 2 to 3 hour nap guy. It depends. He's cutting his molars right now. So we're more of like the hour and a half type of nap guy because his gums are hurting and we've done all the things and they don't help him. But I do all my stuff during my son's nap time right now. You don't have to do it all at one time. You could spread it out because you are your boss. I personally am like, let's get it done and then I'm done, right? Thank you for the like, Doris. And so the last 30 minutes to hour of my day, I would spend with mentoring calls and trainings. Okay. So this is basically where I am learning strategies that are proven and work to promote myself and my business from 6 to 7 figure earners who have already done this before me. So instead of me having to go and try to figure out all of the things on my own, I am being taught exactly what to do and how to do it by other people who have been successful. Okay. The third thing that you need to start this business from scratch, you guys, this was my favorite part about starting this business from scratch. Okay. You don't have to DM your friends and your family. You do not have to use personal accounts if you don't want to. Okay. What do? You create a business account, you guys. This made me so freaking excited because I did not want to reach out to friends and family. I did that when I did the MLM stuff, and I felt like I was having to sell friends and family on things, and you don't have to do that. It is actually proven by a lot of social media experts that to start an online business, create a brand new account, create a brand new TikTok, create a brand new Instagram. Why? Because the algorithms push brand new accounts. And you train your algorithm easily on the type of person that you want to see your account, right? So my number 3 and my number 4 go into each other, okay? My number 4 is you need to identify who your perfect customer is, okay? You don't need to go and find them because as we've already discussed, we have these free platforms where we get to hang out with people from all over the world, right? So I don't have to go searching. These platforms do the searching for me. I just need to create my business account so the algorithm knows who I am. and who my perfect customer is based on this content I am creating in my 2-hour workday. Okay. And so your business account is basically like your storefront, right? So you're walking down the street. I am from the panhandle of Florida, so Destin area. So when you walk down 30A and the beaches in Destin, you see all these little boutiques and they have their storefront where they have their best, cutest clothes hanging up on these mannequins. So as you walk by, you know exactly what they're selling. You know exactly what they're promoting, right? That's why you create a business account. So when somebody sees your stuff, your content that you've created in your 2-hour workday, they will go to your account and they know exactly who you are, what you're promoting, and what you're selling. And that is how you then start to build trust with that person using these free platforms to promote your online business. And the cool thing about your business account is whenever you create a new one, all of these platforms will push you out to more people because they're trying to find people who relate to what you are sharing with them, which is really cool. So this account that I have right here, you guys, I created brand new the beginning of May, right? I had no experience on TikTok. I had no experience or followers on TikTok. I created this account at the beginning of May. I set up my automations. I followed my 2-hour workday, created this account, and then I figured out who I wanted to serve with my business, who I wanted to help, and who I wanted to talk to with my business. Other moms or healthcare workers who are looking for a way to be able to be more financially independent and bring in extra money without having to stress about their finances. They can fit it into their day. They fit it in during nap time. They fit it around their 12-hour shifts because we all know, one, healthcare doesn't get paid nearly enough. And two, being a stay-at-home mom, there are a lot of moms who they want to be a stay-at-home mom like I did. But the financial burden of being a one-income household and the stress that puts on your partner, having to be the sole provider, you shouldn't have to sacrifice to be present with your kids. Like, it shouldn't be a decision of, I can either be a financial provider or I can be a present parent. It should be, I can be both. And I wanted to help moms and nurses be able to be both for their family, whatever type of family you have. So you learn how to find your perfect customer and you learn how to create content that will connect with them, right? And the last thing is, right, followers, we don't get us paid, right? If you were to take all my followers, like, I don't get paid for how many followers I have, right? I get paid for how many customers I find. And so, but how do you find a customer? Like, how do you actually get a customer? You have to have something for them, right? You have to have something that is high value, high demand, something that will benefit them, because we don't just go buy stuff we don't need. We buy stuff that we want, that makes us feel good, or something that's going to help and benefit us, right? So the last thing that you would need to start your online business, you guys, is you would need to have a product, okay? You need to have a high demand product. You need to have something that can help other people. So how many people like have time to create their own product? I didn't. So I found a product that has taught me how to do all of these things and how to learn how to start my online business working these 2 hours a day from freaking South Korea, you guys. I am in freaking South Korea right now, hanging out with Ariane, who's in Oregon, and my other friends who are in here from other parts of the world. Lisa's in Texas, like all over the world. And I found something that has taught me how to do that. And then now I have a product that I promote to teach other people how to do this as well, you guys. So just imagine if you want to learn how to be your own boss and you want to be able to go take your time off when you want to. Lisa has also learned how to start her own business. And I don't know, are you still in here, Lisa? She's still in here. She probably popped off. No, she's not. My friend Lisa used to be a labor nurse with me. So I taught her how to start her own business, you guys. She now only works when she wants to. I think she has worked maybe 2 shifts in May so far, and they've been princess shifts. She did like 7 to 1 or 7 to 3 because she learned and followed these steps to start her own online business. And then now she works because she wants to. So can you imagine having the freedom to either leave your job if you don't like it and go be with your family, be present with your kids, not have to miss a moment, or to be able to take a step back and recharge with your job. Only work because you want to work, not because you have to, you guys. As a mom and a nurse, like my passion in life, I always used to tell people is I'm going to change the world. I just don't know how I'm going to do that yet, right? I started out with nursing. I'm going to change the world by helping people in some of the most vulnerable times of their life. Now I am changing the world by being present with my kid and being able to raise him to make a difference in the world. And 2, giving other mothers, women, parents, people freedom to be present with their families and to get to go and do the things on their bucket list. Go and travel, just relax, not have to stress and wish days by, right? And so now I get to do that. So can you just imagine, like, what would you do? What would be the first thing that you would do, you guys, if you were able to have an online automated business? If you want to learn exactly how to be able to have that control back in your life and to be present, I want you guys to go to my website right here. It's either right under there, Mom Boss Daily, or right here. And I will give you the exact system that I learned. You'll get an automated email from me because of my automations, right? My automation. So if it's not nap time and you go in and you put in the website and you get an email from me, it's my automations. But if you respond to that email with questions you have, I will respond to you back during my not my nap time, Declan's nap time. His monitor's right here. He's snoozing. During Declan's nap time, and we can chat and I can answer all of your questions to help you figure out how to get started yourself. So this is something that is really hard to imagine, right? When I first started thinking about online and online business, I was like, no way. There is no way that I could actually do this, because my brain was wired that to work, to make money, you have to work more. You have to work harder, right? But let me ask you guys a question, okay? How many of you have bought something online in the last month? I need you guys to engage with me on this, okay? So drop a 1 in the comments if you have bought something online. You did not walk into the store to buy it. You purchased it online from your phone, from your website, from Amazon, from Shein, Target online. How many of you guys have bought something online, right? I've bought something from Amazon every single week this month, personally, for me, right? So there are 5 billion people who are online. You guys, there are 5 billion people who are on social media. Do you think 1% of them would be interested in learning how to start an online business so they can make money from home online? Do you think 1% of 5 billion people would be interested in learning how to do that? How to work less hours, how to leave their job altogether, how to be able to support their kids and their family without working 2 or 3 jobs? You think 1% of people would actually want to do that? If 1% of people would actually want to do it, I wanted to do it. My friend Lisa wanted to do it. I've talked to so many moms who have wanted to do it. That's 50 million people, you guys. That's 50 million people who want to do it. So let me ask you a question, okay? Do you think it would be worth learning the skills to conquer a 2-hour workday, to utilize free platforms and resources to promote your business, to teach other people how to do the same? If you made $900 a day, okay, because you're promoting a product that you make 100% profit off of to teach people how to make money online, if you made $900 a day from selling that product to somebody, that is over $3,000 a week, you guys. That is over $300,000 a year. That means within 3 to 4 years, you're a self-made millionaire, right? To me, that was still crazy to think about. But like, let's say you just made $900 a week, right? Like me as a nurse, if I made $900 a week, that replaced my nursing income. So is it worth learning those skills for your family in order to be able to have that freedom to start an online business? Yes or yes? Do you think that there would be people who would benefit from that, who you can help while being more present with your kids? Yes or yes, you guys? So if you guys want to learn the exact steps, like we talked about, you'll want to screenshot. This is exactly what you need to do to start your own online business without a following. I didn't even have this account until I started my online business, you guys, okay? So you're going to want to screenshot it. If you want to learn the exact steps, you want the exact resources, done for you system and website with mentoring that's included, just like I've received, that has allowed me to go from being a nurse to a stay-at-home mom. Y'all, I'm having my second baby in August. And instead of having to stress about maternity leave, instead of having to stress about daycare for 2 kids while we live in a foreign country, I am now my own boss. And I only have to work 2 to 3 hours a day when my kid takes a nap. Okay. So if you guys want to learn more, I would love for you to go to my website, put your email in. You'll get an email with all the information from me. You can respond back to that email. I will happily talk to you guys more, give you guys more information. If you guys have any questions, I would love for you to drop them for me in the comments below, because I am here to be able to just give you guys so much value, and I want to enrich your life and empower you to see that you can do the same thing. So if you guys have any questions, please just drop them in the comments below for me, and I would love to be able to answer them for you guys. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I would love to be able to answer them for you guys, to help you guys be able to get started with your own online business today. I started mine back in the beginning of May, and it has been the most awesome journey to be able to have. If you asked me a year ago, like, I can't imagine where I would be had I found this system before my son was born in 2022 was when Declan was born, 11/29/2022. If I had found this before he was born, you guys, I can't even imagine where I would be today. And so I am sharing with other people to get you guys started and to teach you how to do it, so that way you guys don't have to be in that same position being like, oh, I can only imagine if I would have known sooner. Does anybody have any questions? If you guys have questions, drop them in the comments. Otherwise, I am going to hop off and get ready to go finish my workday, you guys. So you know exactly what I do now. So I'm going to go do some creation and then do some trainings and some ads now that I'm done hanging out with you guys. If nobody has any questions for me, if you guys want to learn more, if you guys want to be able to have the power and the ability to be home with your kids, to just leave the job you don't like, or to make just a little bit of extra money over the summertime, you guys, to take that trip without having to check the bank account first, to be able to go buy that gift for someone special without having to check the price tag, y'all, just go to my website, put in your email. I will send you all of the information, and you guys can learn so much more, okay? And then if you have questions, just respond to my emails, and I would love to chat with you personally. It's Leah with 2 E's, because I am extra, and so I say that's why we have that extra E. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I will be back on here tomorrow about the same time, because nap time's when I get my stuff done, and we'll get to hang out some more, okay? Bye, guys.